morning. Good morning. How are we this morning? Oh, the boogie host. Oh, ghost. Boogie ghost. Welcome to the crypt. Thank you for the follow. How are you? Hello, Arrow. Hello, James. Good morning, everybody. Don't forget, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you're on live chat. Hello, Don. How are you, darling? Oh, Botan, enjoy your lurk. I wonder why my multi-chat isn't working. Interesting. Oh, there it goes. It's working now. Shelly's, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hey, I'm not going to be here long, but I figured I'd stop by for a little bit. Well, welcome, Jay. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all stopping by, whether you're watching the live stream over on YouTube or on Twitch. I'm super excited because we're going to dive into really deep into Maximum Overdrive in about a few minutes. So I'm excited. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. It's good to see you as well. You can just call me Oz. Perfect, Oz. Thank you. Zach, good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing great. Let me know if you hear any unwanted sounds, you know, the ones that I tend to fucking forget that they're on and then scare the shit out of me when someone plays them. Yeah. Oh, my coffee is, I need to buy myself, I noticed that I need to buy myself a coffee warmer. I turned off most of them, Shelly's, but for some reason, my gremlins like to turn things back on. Hi, Steve. Good morning. How are you, darling? I turned them off, but my gremlins like to do things, and I can't guarantee gremlins are not doing shit as we speak. Yeah. I can't take any, I don't know what the fuck they're doing today. But I hope everyone's had a great Sunday, had a great weekend. I know Monday is here. We go to work. I know. I'm not looking forward to it either, but my saving grace is I get to work from home on Monday. And I am doing a collaboration stream with a few of the ladies from the Twitch's Women Guild Monday night, Dead by Daylight Lights Out. So I'm excited. I've been playing a lot of DBD. It's lots of fun. When I first saw Maximum Overdrive at about 13 or so, I was under the assumption that it was a Transformers movie. Transformers was huge back then, though, Oz, right? Like, you would think so when you saw a movie like that. That would be cool if they transformed. But they did kind of sort of transform, but not in that visual transformation that we were expecting. Good morning, Serial. How are you? And for those of you, for your first time being here, if this is the first time you've been in a live stream of mine, welcome. I do this deep dive every Sunday on different horror movies, and you are more than welcome to ask questions. So please don't think you can't type in the chat. I love it when you guys become part of the whole thing. That's why I do this live. If I didn't want you guys to ask questions or actually chat in the chat, then I would do this recorded. But I find it better live because we can actually hold conversations about things, which I really like doing. I love chatting horror. So this is my time to just sit back and chat and give you guys all the useful information that I dig up in about a week. It was because because how it was described to you. Anyways, I hope you're doing okay. I am fabulous, Jay. I am. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you are as well. Hello, Pandora. How are you? Long time no see. Hello, Darkbreaker. For those of you wondering, why can't I see other people's chat? Well, it's because I'm live on Twitch and I'm live on YouTube, but you can see the multi-chat right there. So you can see what the other side is saying, the purple side to the red side. Well, thank you, Don. Thank you so much for the compliment. Super Bowl. It is the Super Bowl weekend. It's Sunday. Serial's having this huge cooking storm for the Super Bowl. You're doing great. I'm fabulous, Pandora. I'm just tired fixing some tea. Oh, nice. What kind of tea? Do you like an orange pioche or is like a Earl Grey? I love black tea, and I do like a green tea. Definitely making too much food for the four of us, but have you ever made enough food, but you always feel like it's not enough? Yeah, I know you do. You make it way too much, but I definitely get that. Ginseng. Oh, nice. Ginseng is nice. Now, always before we start our full live stream, James, good morning. Good morning. So every time we start our live stream, how did that get through? Did you guys hear that? Thank you very much, Mr. Miner, for re-sacrificing your soul for 19 months. Did you guys hear that alert? It's 19 months, mister. Perfect. Good job. I heard it just to alert myself, but I trying something different to help me turn off the sounds. Mr. Miner, how are you doing, love? And it's 19 months. Look at that. 19 fucking months. Thank you so very much. And Shelly's, thank you for being on a 3-stream streak over on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, you didn't. Okay, so like I was saying, before I start my deep dive into CCOH Maximum Overdrive, I always do a tarot card reading for you guys for just before stream. So before we do our thing, we do a quick little tarot card reading. Deepak, how are you? And I'm going to do one to see what our week is going to be like, okay? So we're going to take a look. You just made that. It's going to be, I want that brownie dip. But I will never make it because I don't know. I'll probably never make it. But it sounds fucking delicious. Anyways, let's see. Oh, by the way, for those of you that don't really understand the tarot, it's not going to tell you the future. It's just going to tell you of a possible pathway. Don't worry, it's not going to curse you either. There is nothing evil about them. We just like doing it for fun and entertainment. Doing better, hun. Lots of things have changed. Toxic things are finally gone from my life. Mr. Miner, I'm so happy that they are gone from your life. Everybody needs to get rid of the toxicity, whether it's a person, relationship, or more than one person, or even a job. Toxic brings down our life expectancy by a lot. So you want to make sure that you get it out of your life because we don't need that shit. There's enough toxicity in the world today that we just don't need extra in our own fucking lives. Also, live chat over on Discord. I'm sitting here trying to think to myself what the fuck I wanted to say. Live chat over on Discord, on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, you need to go and if you are on YouTube, you need to go up top and hit live chat because usually it's on top chat and top chat's only for people who are chatting on the regular basis. So if you're trying to talk to somebody, and they're not responding, that is probably the reason why. Let's see. 1986. I just dropped coffee on my keyboard. Wouldn't be surprised. Hello, Moon. How are you? I swear, if we get the tower or the moon, we won't. We'll see what it brings in. I just spilled. Had to grab a couple of things. 7.4 million. That's not too bad. 3-stream streak, Darkbreaker. Look at you. Thank you. Hello, Maeve. Good morning. Good morning. We've missed you too, Mr. Miner. Trust me, we know that you haven't been around. So I think about you, Deadwalk. How are you? Good morning, Deadwalk. Okay, so let's see. What does the week have in store for us before I get squirreled again? You know me, I get squirreled very easily. Okay, what do we need to know for the week ahead of us? What messages do we need to know for the week ahead of us? Yeah, Deadwalk doing double duty. I know, look at my text. I know, I'll look at my text when I'm done because I'm getting squirreled here. Hello, Elias, darling. I will look at it as soon as I'm done with our tarot card reading because, squirrel. All right, first one. First is first here. Work your magic this week. You know what you need to do. You know how you need to get it. Work that fucking magic, okay? Make sure you're working that magic. Don't allow any kind of negativity or second guessing yourself get in the way. You know what you want. You know how to get it. Sometimes you just don't think you do, but you really, really do. And if you have that passion to get it, you will find that way to make it happen. I get squirreled. I have a very short attention span, Oz. So someone will say something, I'm like a fucking squirrel. Oh, shiny. Yeah, so I kind of like get off topic and then I'll go on this whole huge thing and it'd be an hour later and we're just like, bitch, what happened? But yes, persistence is key. Good morning, Gen X. Elias, I hope you're doing good. Can I get some exclamation point love in the chat on the Twitch side of things? It works on YouTube as well. Yeah, short attention span. Persistence. Be persistent on some shit, guys. Be persistent. Slacking off is not what you need to do this week, okay? You want what you want. It's not going to fall in your lap. You have to work hard and get it. Be persistent, whether it's, a person, a job, a situation, whatever it may be. Work your magic to get into it, get it done, and be persistent on it if you want to succeed at it and you want that end goal to happen, you have to be persistent. The spiritual law of attraction, I'm a big believer in, and I believe that we put the power out there, our energy out there of what we want, right? And I honestly believe when you utilize the spiritual law of attraction, when you're attracting what you want in your life, you're being persistent on it, you will bring that into your life. So that is what's going to be ahead of us for the week. Also, be very strong feminine energy around you. There'll be a strong feminine energy around you. And that feminine energy is going to be a great energy. It's going to be, you're going to find yourself feeling more loved and nurtured. The heavy feminine energy is really good for that. It's nurturing energy. It's loving energy. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel we're not alone. So that's what's ahead of you for this week. That is my little reading for you guys this morning. She Kratos, how are you? How are you doing? Be aggressive. Cheer claps, be aggressive. Right? You gotta be persistent. Quindy, good morning. Be persistent and punch the bitch in the balls. Exactly. Anyways, you gotta go. Need to pick up my niece and nephew from the train. No worries. Oz, it was a pleasure seeing you. Safe travels with your family and have an amazing day today. You will be able to catch this VOD edited on my YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the edited version instead of watching the full shenanigans of the live, that looks fucking amazing, Serial. You will be able to. I should have that up sometime this week. Oh my Lord, Elias, what are you doing? What are you doing? Thank you for going on a mass sacrificing spree this morning. Elias just went by and mass murdered 5 people in my stream over on Twitch. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Elias. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this coffee is good. Another McDonald's dark espresso roast. Nothing special or fancy today. I didn't feel like being a fancy bitch. Who is this Hufflepuff? Perfect. So thank you very much for handing those out and mass murdering people. Hello, Reaper. How are you? Oh, you know what? I got to close that down. And make sure all my sounds are not live. I'm doing a quick little check. I did one before stream, but we know that I have shenanigans. We know this. So we are just going to make sure that the shenanigans are not going to happen, because I don't need to shit myself Sunday morning because someone scares the shit out of me. And yeah, I'm really excited for Maximum Overdrive. All right. Ooh, there we go. Hey, Mischief Maker. No, I have no sense of fucking adventure. The last 2 times I got the shit scared out of me from Coffee Chat of Horrors because I'm not expecting it, right? I'm not expecting it. This morning, I'm working up the energy to do night job reports and write up a fancy resume for a completely different job. Can we get some juju in the chat for She Kratos? Because that's awesome. You get that bad bitch energy today, Kratos, because you've got it. You get that bad bitch energy. All right. I think it's time. Yes, technically, I do not drink coffee either. Oh, well, you don't drink coffee. That's fine. Heavy doesn't drink coffee or tea. He doesn't drink anything like that. I'm the only one who does that. Jesus, fuck. I forgot to disable that shit. Oh my God, Elias, it was a goddamn jump scare. Okay, jump scare. I almost spilled all of my coffee all over this. It was, what was it? Night of the Creeps. We were doing Night of the Creeps and someone did one of my Lumia jump scares and it pops up right on my screen and it's loud and I had my speakers up so I can hear everything. Whoo-wee, let me tell you, this coffee almost landed upon this and I was not too happy. I lost it when I saw that clip on TikTok. It happened to me 2 times. I saw you at the Calgary HorrorCon and you look so pretty. Well, thank you, Maury. I appreciate that. You saw my panel? I am going this year, Maury. Yes, I am. I'll be at the Calgary HorrorCon every year because I do the panels. Serial Killer and I both do the panels for Calgary HorrorCon. I'm really excited this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you going, Maury? I know tickets should be on sale or will be on sale very soon. Project management gig, you got this. You got this. Hiring people, great at being organized Tasmanian devils. You got this, Kratos. Bad bitch energy. Take it all. Awesome, Maury. Awesome. Well, welcome to my little dark part of the internet here, my little haunted part of the internet. We're gonna get into fucker. I look pretty too. You do look pretty, Serial. Hello, monkey. How are you? You got this, G Kratos. I believe in you. You got this. You deserve it. Remember to keep that bad bitch energy, hone that shit in. All right, guys, we are going to get into Coffee Chat of Horrors. Please feel free to ask questions about the movie, even if it's not on topic. I do squirrel, but we do try to keep this about an hour and a half long. It's just easier for me to edit as well. But let's, yeah, you know what? Let's get into it. Devil Dog, darling, how are you? Maury, my favorite horror movie, I have way too many, but some of my top franchise is Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And there's a few others I have, but I have a fuck ton of favorite horror movies. But I'll just give you my top two franchise. Working but good. I'm glad you're doing good. I am. Okay, we're going to have our little disclaimer.
Who likes scary movies and coffee?
The following show is based on research on horror movies and what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite scary movies. Horde Entertainment or ReAnimateHer is not responsible for the macabre and horror that you are about to witness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, Reaper. Good morning, my daywalkers. I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of horror, and this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, the only horror show that takes its coffee like it's magic, and that is black. How do I fuck that up? I say it every Sunday for the last, I don't know, 5 years. Anyways, today's screams come to you from Stephen King, Maximum Overdrive from 1986. So ghouls, make sure you buckle up as we traverse through the realms that nightmares are made of. What are we licking, everybody in chat? Quick little shout out for Reaper 1923. Reaper 1923 creates these awesome little images that you see here that I use in my CCOH. He collects them and creates them for me, so I can show them to you guys. Maximum Overdrive is a great movie. It is about a truck stop, a meteor, and a comet, and the gases that make these trucks come alive, and the people of Dixie Bay need to survive. So that is what Maximum Overdrive is about. I would highly recommend this movie. If you're in Canada like I am, you can watch it on Tubi.tv for free. I'm pretty sure it might be on the American Tubi.tv as well. I'm glad what I'm doing from watching horror movies in this weekend. Nice, Don. I love watching horror movies. The story I could tell you after I watched Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, Maximum Overdrive is a classic. It's a kick-ass movie, and we're going to watch the trailer right now for it. So give me a second to get things. Oh, shit balls. And let's see. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to watch the trailer. This is the original trailer from 1986. Maximum Overdrive, I tell you.
I got a tip from a viewer regarding
you can get
I investigated TikTok scariest.
There we go. Oh, there we go. One of your top 5, Gore? Nice. Am I going on the Saturday? I'll be there all weekend, Maury. I will be there all weekend for all 3 days. If you took both movies, Maximum Overdrive and Tremors, you can seamlessly make them into one movie and it would totally work. Yeah, you probably could. It does. It's an awesome movie, Maximum Overdrive. If you haven't seen it, I will tell you, please go and watch it. You'll have a lot of fun with it. Also, this will have spoilers, so be prepared. Maximum Overdrive is loosely based off of Stephen King's short story Trucks, which is also a movie, which it also includes Night Shift, which is another movie. These are King's first collection of short stories. So Trucks was first, believe it or not, but Maximum Overdrive made it to the movies. Trucks did as well. So you can see Trucks and Night Shift. This Maximum Overdrive is the first directorial debut of Stephen King. And we have some rumors to go over about later on in CCOH, but supposedly he fully directed this himself. Now, he did admit that he was on a cocaine high when he did this. You plan on kidnapping her on Thursday or Friday morning? Nice. Odd saying sorry. This video unavailable on US Tubi. Oh shit, really, Deadwalk? Okay, so you won't be able to watch Maximum Overdrive on US Tubi.tv, which is so weird. So weird. The Green Goblin, yes, the guy right here, the truck in the beginning, the toy truck company, is inspired by the Green Goblin. Definitely inspired by. They can't say it's the Green Goblin, but they can say it's inspired by the Green Goblin. The movie really was a flop. It cost about between 9 and 10 million US for the budget, and it really only brought in about 7.4 million. So it didn't do the greatest, but we all know that these movies never do amazing in the theaters. They always do awesome outside of the theaters. They become cult classics, and they become a huge part of the horror genre, which this movie has. Yeah, I don't control the Calgary Horror Con, Maury. That would be Dan. He's the one who grabs all the guests for it. Now, Stephen King, always, in every one of his book adaptations or short story adaptations, any movie, he's always in this film. Does anybody know where you see Stephen King in this film? No, don't be sorry. It's all good. Yeah, I don't run it. I work with I'm part of the team of the Calgary Horror Con. Really? You think they picked the wrong Estevez? Really? I thought Emilio did amazing. I didn't think this would be a good Charlie Sheen one. I mean, Charlie Sheen is known to be, he's a comedic actor. I don't know. I don't know if they chose the wrong Estevez brother. I think Emilio did good. I thought he did great in this film. And it was actually one of his first big films, technically. Well, big film at the time. Yeah. So Stephen King, yeah, he's an asshole according to the ATM. Exactly. And he is. So in the beginning of the movie where we see a guy at the ATM machine and the ATM machine says you're an asshole, that is Stephen King. Yeah, you may miss it, but he is in there. Yeah, he was, Gore. He really was. I think Emilio did really good in this film. I do. That's just my opinion on it. In this film, the Earth passes through a comet's tail on June 19th, 1987. And this green gas that Earth passes through in its atmosphere is what causes these trucks and vehicles, anything electric, anything that battery, come alive. And this hints to like an invisible alien, which I can definitely see that. That was a joke as to why it flopped. What, they picked the wrong Estevez brother? Winning. Stephen King wanted Bruce Springsteen to play the part of Emilio Estevez, the part that Emilio played. That's who he wanted originally, was Bruce Springsteen. I mean, okay, yes, in the 80s, Springsteen was huge in the rock and roll industry. He really was. He was huge. But I don't know if he really would have done any justice to this part. But thankfully, the producer, Dino De Laurentiis, was prepared to give Stephen King anything he wanted except Bruce at all. He was like, no Bruce. King was very adamant about the casting of this rock star. And Dino was like, I'll give you everything and anything you want, but Springsteen is just not in the budget. And he wouldn't budge. Like Don De Laurentiis, he wouldn't budge on it. He was like, you know what? You can have everything else that you want. Everything else that you want except for that one. And so King was a little pissed off about that. And rumors say that is when he stopped caring about the film altogether. He did what he had to do for the film, but basically stopped caring. And that's according to some that I read this on in a few different little areas on the internet where, according to some, this was when King stopped caring about the film. Yeah, because he didn't get fully what he wanted, which was Bruce Springsteen. Hi, Deb. This movie is a friggin' classic. We watched it in Discord on Thursday, and Fusa is here, so hopefully she doesn't turn off my stream. Maybe a cameo where he died, but not the lead. Right, Deadwalk? Exactly. But Stephen King wanted... he wanted Bruce Springsteen as the lead, which I honestly don't think it would have went well. It really wouldn't have. I don't think so. Yeah, Fusa is here. She's my princess kitty. You know, she loves her 15 minutes of fame, but she likes to turn shit off on me. Yeah. Stephen King convinced AC/DC to do the soundtrack. He met them himself, and he wanted AC/DC for the soundtrack. And if you haven't seen it, the soundtrack is fucking kick-ass. It's all AC/DC. And it's awesome that they actually did this film. He went to them personally and said, look, I want you to do the soundtrack for this movie. And they were like, yes, bitch, we're going to do it. And they did. They did an amazing job, Deb. Amazing job. Most cats give birth to a litter of between 1 and 9 kittens. Yeah, very true. Authors and avid book readers have a hard time understanding what translates to film. 100% Serial. You know how many times I've heard that people hated The Shining? I mean, even Stephen King hated Kubrick's adaptation of his book. But you know how many people I run into who are Stephen King fans that loved the book but hated the movie The Shining, as well as many others. But I don't know. I saw The Shining. I never read the novel. I really enjoyed it. We are going to be having an ad break here in about 58 seconds on the Twitch side of things. Fusa. And that means I get to sidetrack. Now, this movie was the only movie Stephen King has ever directed. And he states the reason why is if you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. He was pretty displeased with earlier versions of his films, of his novels being adapted or short stories being adapted into movies. And he was like, you know what? If I want it done right, I'll do it my damn self. And that is what he did. But again, like I said, there are rumors to exactly that. And I think we'll get into that rumor after the ad does happen. We have one that adds in about 13 seconds. The book is so different. The movie is so different to the book. Yeah, a lot of them are like that. Even Pet Sematary is. We have custom screens for The Shining and CCOH. Yeah, that we do. No, you're all good, Maury. You're all good. You are all good. If you're just joining us this morning, we are on a deep dive into Maximum Overdrive. And we're going to get a little bit off topic here in a few minutes because Twitch, which is where I also live stream, has ads. Unlike YouTube, I turn off the monetization for this when we are live, so you guys don't have to get interrupted. However, on Twitch, I don't have that control. Hello, Macabre. How are you? Good morning. Oh, thank you, Maury. I straightened it. I did straighten it. Now... I don't know if I should start the next half. We don't have an ad just yet, right? So remember I was telling you that Stephen King directed it, but there were some rumors that somebody else ghost directed it. Okay, there's the ad. We'll wait. You're here now, Serial. See that? You see a little kitty badge next to your name? You were gifted a sub over on YouTube. Thank you. This is my Coffee Chat of Horrors mug. I have numerous CCOH mascots because we did the Raw Classic Monster. So that's me turned into a wolf lady. That's literally my face turned into a wolf lady. The artist, Art by Galen, asked me what I wanted. And I said, I want me to be turned into classic monsters. And so he did. He made me a raw Frankenstein monster, raw Dracula. I also have Raw Creature from the Black Lagoon and Wolf Lady. So these are available at my merch store, which is theghoulshop.com. So you can get one. They're left-handed as well as right-handed. I'm a lefty. Actually, I do both, but I'm more of a left-driven. So the cup does lefties really well. If you're a lefty and you buy coffee cups, the majority of the effing time, the imagery is facing you instead of outright. And you're just like, son of a bitch, these weren't made for lefty people. But I love this one. Holy shit, fucker. Thank you, whomever did that. I don't remember. I can't remember. I think it was Zacho Green. I believe it was Zacho Green, serial killer. Hello, Mayhem. Maximum Overdrive and Silver Bullet are your personal favorites. Nice. Yeah, no, I think it was Zach that day that did some gifted subs. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, Fusa be like, pet me. I'm petting her at the same time as drinking my coffee. Or if you have a question about this year's con, I suggest looking or joining the Discord. Yeah, I don't have a link for that, but I should add one in there for the Calgary Horror Con. All right. So remember, I was saying right before we were rudely interrupted by an ad on Twitch that supposedly somebody ghost directed Maximum Overdrive. Do you guys have an idea of who it might have been that possibly ghost directed Maximum Overdrive? I'll give you a hint. Zombies. Thank you, Mayhem. I appreciate it. That's a hint. Who do you think may have ghost directed Maximum Overdrive? They are known for their zombies. Yes, Deadwalk. The world hates lefties. Quindy and Deadwalk, you got it right. George Romero. It has been rumored Stephen King himself has admitted that he didn't know what he was doing as a director and was usually high on cocaine while directing Maximum Overdrive. This has led to a long-standing rumor that Night of the Living Dead creator George A. Romero, may he rest in peace, ghost directed much of the film while King sought addiction treatment. It does make sense. And wait till you hear some of the other shit that I found out that was cut from this movie. Never made it to scene anywhere. Yeah. I'm ambidextrous as well, Reaper, but my left hand's my power hand. My left hand's my favorite. There is no full-on confirmation. Neither Romero nor King has admitted to either. However, it was a huge rumor. I honestly, my opinion, I do believe Romero ghost directed this film because of what I found out later on after doing. There's a couple of scenes that would be Romero style scenes in this, from the camera angles to certain cinematography. There are certain things in this movie that can push to a Romero ghost directing. If you actually take a look at it, if you're a fan of Romero films and you watch his cinematography, his videography, how he films certain things and how he does certain things, you'll see that in this film. Does it mean that he did it? Who knows? We never have an actual confirmation on that matter. Don is saying, really very interesting. That's what Deb said. And Don, or made the succeed, mainly crushing down from blood. Yeah, there was a lot of scenes deleted because of blood. Yeah, I believe that. Hello, Neo. Good movie. Yes, it was Night of the Living Dead type, but had to do machines. Sort of, kind of, but that's not the part. That was actually had nothing to do with the Night of the Living Dead or Romero. What really had a lot to do with it was his camera angle and the way he directs, which is a very telltale in any director, especially any big director. However, like I said, it's never been confirmed that Romero actually directed Maximum Overdrive. It is a Stephen King directed film. That is what it's out like. Nobody has confirmed whether or not he ghost directed it while Stephen King was in addiction treatment. Fuck me, I can't talk. Yeah. That would make some sense. It would make some sense, right? There's quite a few things that you can see in this movie that you would pinpoint to Romero creating it. I'm a fan of Romero, so I know his filming style and I know his directing style. I really deep dive into Romero. I have a book on George A. Romero. I've got a couple on him and how he directs and creates movies and how he became who he was. I am making a Funko Pop of you to add to my horror movie collection because you're such a horror icon in my life. Maury, thank you very much. I appreciate that. More boobs? Yeah, you always need more boobs. Okay, so if you are just joining us, we are doing Coffee Chat of Horrors deep dive into Maximum Overdrive. And we just got them telling you that possibly George A. Romero ghost directed. Yeah. There is a huge Simpson connection. Very big Simpson connection. Yardley Smith. Who here knows who Yardley Smith is? Should I just realize my YouTube was behind? Oh, you're all good. You're all good. YouTube is always a little behind because it doesn't have that fast RTMP service like Twitch does. Lynette, how are you? Nice. Mortuary Assistant is a fun game. I didn't know it was a jump scare game, so I never got jump scared because I was so engrossed in cutting things open and stapling their mouths shut. It was a really great time. But it's a good game. Definitely is. Yes, she is, Deb. Lisa. So the voice of Lisa Simpson is done by Yardley Smith. Now, she is one of the main characters in this film. She was also a star at that time. She had already been cast as Lisa during the production, and Yardley Smith is the annoying newlywed wife. I really wanted her to die. I just could not stand her. Her whole fucking whiny, high pitch. I just wanted her to die through the whole thing. I'm like, this bitch needs to die. Kick her in front of a truck. I don't know. Whatever you have to do, just kill her. She is an annoying screamer, Deb. Definitely. And there's a new ending. Nice. There's actually 5 endings, Lynette. In before the game had the update, there's 5 endings. She's the voice of Bart Simpson. Hi, Vetter. How are you? That story for Maximum Overdrive is very short story. So Maximum Overdrive is basically short story between trucks and night shift. That is how Maximum Overdrive was created. And you do know, like I spoke about that earlier, Neil, that Maximum Overdrive is literally taking from the 2 short stories, Night Shift and Trucks. And you also have 2 movies by Stephen King, Night Shift and Trucks. Trucks never made it as big as Maximum Overdrive, but it is out there. It is a Stephen King, and it's one of his first short horror stories. Everyone wanted her to die. Everybody wanted her to die. Thank you, Ra. It was bugging me about her. Now I know Lisa Simpson. Yeah, Lisa, Bart. There's also a couple other things in here as well. The character Brett, the female character in the beginning, she kind of looks like Indiana Jones. Okay, so she is the main squeeze in this film. She even says to the creepy, pervy salesman, "Eat my shorts." So there's a lot of like Simpson nods here as well. Yeah, it is based on Trucks and Night Shift. Yes, Deb. Do you have it on your channel when you play? It's on my Twitch channel, Lynette, but I'm planning on doing, I am planning on doing some playthrough games on my gaming channel on YouTube, which is Scream Queen Gaming. It's my separate YouTube channel. That is strictly for gaming. So I plan on doing some playthroughs of the Mortuary Assistant, Alan Wake 2, a bunch of nice horror games, Blood Wash. You have it on VHS? Nice, James. I missed the "eat my shorts" comment. It's right in the beginning when they pull into the gas station there, the truck stop, Deadwalk. And she's walking up and he says something to her. I can't remember his exact words, but she turns around and she was like, "Eat my shorts." Right there. But yes, you could miss it if you're not really, looking for that. Is that a Halloween it's a Halloween, that's an original Halloween mask. It's not the 4th one. It's from 1978. And that mask is like 25 years old. Yeah. I agree, Yardley Smith. She was so fucking annoying. Just woke up a little bit ago. I'm fabulous, Vetter. I'm fabulous. We are obviously discussing Maximum Overdrive on Coffee Chat of Horrors. I have a tidbit of information, and I can guarantee you did not know this because I did not know this. Yeah. Because of this movie, Evil Dead became a franchise. Did you know this? Did you know that because of Maximum Overdrive, Evil Dead became a franchise? Evil Dead came out obviously before Maximum Overdrive, but it didn't really have any sequels. There was nothing really made to go after Evil Dead. Evil Dead was a standalone film. It started out as a standalone film. And Stephen King loved Evil Dead so much, and you do. He has an interview in Fangoria magazine. There's a few other interviews with Stephen King talking about how much he loved the Evil Dead from 1981, and he praised the shit out of this film and is largely credited to its success. He is largely credited to the success of Evil Dead franchise. While making, and I'm going to get to the point, like what, how. While making this film, he heard Sam Raimi and other creators were having difficulty in making a sequel. King brought this to the attention of producer Dino De Laurentiis, who helped Raimi make Evil Dead 2 in 1987. Had King not been working with De Laurentiis on this movie at the time, the horror franchise may have never gotten past the original. Interesting, right? Yes, Bruce Campbell does talk about it in his autobiography. Yeah. Do you know any good sick food? What do you mean sick food? Sorry, my son called. No worries, Deb. No worries. Come back for a gaming stream. But this is, yeah. I do play a lot of horror games on my Twitch channel and my gaming channel, Scream Queen Gaming on YouTube. I don't think I have my socials with me here. Maybe, no, I don't think I do. Yeah, I do. Here, I'll just copy and paste it. If anybody is interested over on the YouTube side for my gaming channel. I wonder, can I do that here? Nope. Okay. Never mind. Evil Dead isn't awesome as well. Evil Dead's a great franchise. But it's kind of strange knowing that if Stephen King and De Laurentiis never worked together, there's a possibility that there would have never been an Evil Dead franchise. And okay, squirrel note. Okay, squirreling here. Do you guys know that we are getting a new chapter, more of a spin-off of Evil Dead? Yeah, we are. We are getting a new Evil Dead chapter, not a remake, not a reboot, not a reimagining. We are getting a new chapter spin-off, and Sebastian is going to be directing it. He also co-produced and co-directed and co-writed Evil Dead Rise with Cronin. He's actually getting his own time to create Evil Dead, and he was given 100% creative control by Sam Raimi himself. Yeah. I'm sorry. You are losing me. I'm focusing. I just had to get that out there because the Evil Dead, Evil Dead. We were just talking about it. So kind of, it's not really a squirrel, right? Right? Yeah. Now I'm going to jump right on back. She saw a nut on the ground. I did. I only play games on my cell. Nice, Deb. I don't play any games on my cell unless it's like Plants vs. Zombies. Okay, so let's get back to the whole Simpson thing because I know I jumped around. Though Yardley Smith is ashamed of Maximum Overdrive today, the Simpsons saw fit to homage it, which they did in the 10th season episode Maximum Homer Drive. Homer becomes a truck driver and learns that trucks can drive themselves. A subtle reference, but still a nice one. Yeah, I am swerving all over the motherfucking road. And came across Maximum Overdrive advert. I had completely forgotten about this movie and said it to Ra. Yes, you said it to me, and I was like, you know what? That's great. We should cover CCOH. Nice, Deb. Nice. It's all good because I can't seem to stay on track either. Ra finding her rumble strips. Yes. Now, did any of you guys get some of the music that was playing in Maximum Overdrive, like the beginning and ending, besides the AC/DC music? Did any of the other music sound familiar to you? Because there was something in there, and I had to look it up because I heard it myself and I wasn't 100% sure, but when I looked it up, it confirmed it for me. Do you guys know Halloween 3 Season of the Witch music? Do you remember the sound? Well, this sound is also in Maximum Overdrive. What they did was they utilized the Season of the Witch Halloween 3, but they added extra stuff to it and added different things to it. So that is why it may have sounded familiar to you, but you really couldn't place it. It's because it's from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I thought that was pretty cool. A little tidbit of information there. Because I'm sitting there. I've watched this movie so far 3 times this week. I watched it once while I was cleaning my house. I watched it again sitting down for supper just to get a refresh watch into it. And then on Thursday night, I watched it again with the Horde in my Discord. And every time I watch a movie and I overwatch and I watch again, I always find different things that are in this film. I found so many different things that were in this film that I did not catch the last 5 million times that I've watched it. So as I'm watching it, I'm writing notes down and I'm like, this sounds really fucking familiar. I just couldn't put my finger on exactly what it was, finding out that it was from Halloween 3. Now you will have the Silver Shamrock jingle in your head. You are welcome. You are welcome. So I thought that was quite cool. And it was just something I did not know beforehand. Oh, go back here. All right. You guys know in the truck stop, there was a video game section, right? And you see all the video games and the cigarette machine just go nuts. They become alive. They kill the one guy that was playing the video games because he got greedy. You'll notice this movie also has an underlying message about greed. I don't know if you caught on to that, but there is a lot of messages in here about greed. This movie was my introduction to AC/DC when I was a kid. Nice government cheese. Yeah, Silver Shamrock. Okay, so the symbols flashing on the Star Castle video game in the truck stop. Okay, so you know how it had those symbols and they were flashing different things? That is actually typically used in researchers of clairvoyance and ESP. So that's actually used in some of the areas of learning on clairvoyance, which clairvoyance being psychic as well, and ESP, not ESPN, not the sports shit, but ESP. So a lot to do with psychics and, reading people's minds. That flashing, those symbols that you see and that flashing was exactly what researchers use for clairvoyance and ESP. What's my favorite kill? The steamroller, and I have a really great tidbit of information about that and the cutscene that was deleted. You haven't seen this movie since release? Please watch it again, Reaper. It is great. Serial Killer loves the pop can. So anyone on Twitch and YouTube, what is your favorite kill from Maximum Overdrive? My favorite kill is the steamroller, or whatever that roller is, whatever it's fucking called, that big yellow thing that has a roller on it. It rolls right over the boy. I fucking love that scene. The soda pop, yeah, that's a funny kill, Neo. That scene is a nightmare for photosensitive people. That scene is a nightmare, Deadwalk. You are 100% correct. James is also the soda machine. Fear, are you in agreement with me or agreement with Neo? Serial Killer says the pop can kill was for him. All the kills were fun in this movie, but I did like the roller. Yeah. I like the roller. The soda can, the pop can was great. It was that brought some comedy to the film. The machine gun, oh my God, yeah, the machine gun. 2 people that I wanted to die mostly in this film. One did, the other one didn't, unfortunately, which was Yardley Smith's character. I wanted her to friggin' die, and the waitress. The waitress was pissing me off, man. She's like, we made you. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. They don't give a shit that you made them. They're fucking possessed right now, bitch. I hated that character. I'm glad she died. My brother is a construction worker. I can relate to it. Nice. I just like those machines. I think that would be a great death. And why we're on that, I'll tell you guys a little bit about that scene, actually. So let me just find it here. It's not in I have everything in order how I want to talk about it, but since we're talking about our favorite kill, here we go. The exploding mannequin head. Okay. This is my favorite kill. Steamroller and pop can, nice. You really need to rewatch this. I haven't seen it in years. Steve, please do so. Definitely. She couldn't make shit. She didn't even know how to make eggs. I know, right? Oh, you've never seen this, Darkbreaker. Please go watch it. If you have a VPN, you can do Tubi.tv Canada, and you'll be able to watch it on there. You'll have your ads. Okay, so my favorite kill is the steamrolling kill, and that's the exploding mannequin head. And one of the film's most memorable sequences is when the sentient steamroller attacks a little league game, and the character is squished feet first, but the scene could have been much gorier, and it was. It was so gory that Stephen King and the company fucking loved it, but the censor people, those assholes that ruin our movies, made them cut it. Yeah, made them cut it, and I'm going to tell you what that is. And this is where I feel more Romero in this one. Originally, the crew set up a blood bag next to a mannequin head for the steamroller to run over it, intending only to leave a blood smear behind, right? You were just going to see a very subtle blood smear, nothing crazy. However, that did not happen. Instead, the mannequin head exploded into a mess of fake gore. Like it went poof, and there was like brain matter and blood everywhere, what they created. They didn't realize that was going to happen. King and the entire company that was creating these effects loved it. They loved it. But the censor board forced them to cut the movie. There are very few still frames that remain. It was just never added to the film. So there's a few frame stills, but that's it. Like there is no... You wouldn't be able to find this on a deleted scene reel. It's just a couple of stills from the movie. I would have loved to seen that, and I fucking hate the MPAA. They are a piece of shit. It needs to burn down and go away. They ruin our movies. Like, come on. I don't think that was over the top for a horror movie. Stephen King yelling at the ATM machines had you in stitches. Watch this movie. It is a classic. I agree. But could you imagine seeing that instead? That would have been a really great fucking kill. And it literally would have stapled that kill as the best kill in the movie. In my opinion, it is the best kill in the movie. But if they would have kept that exploding head, easily everybody would have said that exploding head. The pop can one is cool, but that exploding head one would have been pretty fucking epic. Yeah, a bunch of killjoys. Really, She Kratos. They are. A blood smear would look good. Well, that's what we got, right? That's what we got. We didn't get the explosion and the blood that they loved so much that got cut. Another option to get this movie free or to watch, download is Internet Archive. Oh, there you go, Reaper. I didn't know that. That's cool. All right, so let me get back up here. Okay, did you guys know that one of the cinematographers lost their eye while shooting the promotional art for this film? You always use a VPN? Yeah, I use a VPN too. That was too much, but the exploding head is deadly friend or scanners was okay. So dumb. I don't know. I really liked how they did it in Scanners. I thought it was really cool. Once you learn how they did that practical effect, it's pretty fucking cool. I've heard King was coked up. Yes, government cheese, he was. And if you missed it earlier, I was speaking about the rumor that this was ghost directed by George A. Romero while Stephen King was getting help for his wild addiction. He did direct this film, and this is his only film that he's ever directed, and he does admit that he was high on cocaine. Yes, 100%. He does admit it. So the cinematographer lost his eye while shooting the promotional art for Maximum Overdrive. The movie's sentient machines killed many people on scene, but they caused some major injuries, like major fucking injuries. During the shooting, a radio-controlled lawnmower malfunctioned and hit a piece of wood. A splintered piece struck the cinematographer Armando Nanuzzi in the right eye. He ended up losing his eye. Yeah. And what is worse is that Nanuzzi wanted the lawnmower's blades removed for safety, but King left them on for realism. Nanuzzi sued King and the production for $18 million over workplace safety negligence, though they settled out of court. He lost his fucking eye, man. Like, you're not growing that back. They're not fixing that. You can put a glass eye in, but you're not seeing out of it ever again. So I don't even know how his career even went on after this film, but that is safety negligence. I understand realism and everybody wants realism, but not at the expense of your people, your cast and your crew, not at the expense. Yeah. I wish I was old enough in the 80s, all the coke and sex, but the aftermath. Talking about the ratings board, Ra, how were those okay pass and not the steamroller? I don't know how they were able to pass that, you know? I gather it was who you paid off at the time. If I remember right, King took it for the same reason Stephen Fry did, to keep him awake when he was on a roll. And it could have been kind of like the basement kill in Halloween 6. There are two versions, a cut and uncut. Well, most films have a lot of cut and uncut, especially when they have to put it to the MPAA. There's quite a few. Internet Archive is a great source for TV and films. Their interface is not so good, but they have a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to check that out. Thanks, Reaper. I agree, Mayhem. Safety first. After me and siblings watched Halloween in theaters for 5 years ago, Michael Myers is the best part. Michael is great. Yeah, he really is. Speaking of MPAA, Gabe, you ever watched This Film Is Not Yet Rated documentary? I recommend watching the director's cut especially. I'll have to check that out. Thanks for that information, Custos. But yes, if you're just joining us, welcome to Coffee Chat of Horrors. This is our deep dive into Maximum Overdrive. We did go through a whole bunch of information already, and if you missed it, there will be an edited version of this, so you won't have to go through the whole live shenanigans, because my lives do have shenanigans, but you'll have an edited version for afterwards. That I do, Reaper, the internet hobo. So while filming the scene, and here's a really cool thing with the ice cream truck, which is towards the end of the movie. So while filming the scene, which the ice cream truck flips over, so they come out, they start shooting it with machine guns or whatever guns they are, and it flips over. There was a telephone pole-sized beam of wood was placed inside, so it would flip end over end. But the truck only flipped on one side and slid on its roof, which was a really bad thing. So it slid on its roof right into the camera. Yeah, the guy holding the camera, you know. Dolly grip gene pool, and you'll notice this gene pool throughout the film, like in there's certain parts of this film where you see the name Gene Pool, GenePoole. When we were watching it in Discord, I noticed that the timestamp card for Emilio, his character, right? It says Gene Pool on it. And I'm wondering, does Gene Pool play any significance in this film? And it does. So I went to Google and I'm sitting there, Gene Pool to Maximum Overdrive. I don't really put too many things in there. I just put the keywords in there because it then brings me up more information. And it does. Basically, the dolly grip gene pool pulled the cameraman out of the way at the very last second when the ice cream truck flipped over. It flipped on its side and it slid. Well, it slid right into the cameraman. And Gene Pool saved the cameraman at the very last second. Now, I told you you'll get to see that on his work card. Where he's talking to Bubba inside the building. I thought someone was just being clever with a character name. And that's what I thought. And I'm watching it and I'm like, what does Gene Pool play any significance in this? Because why? It's a random name. And Gene Pool, were they being creative like Gene Pool? You know what I mean? Or was that somebody's fucking name? So then I just put that in there. And yeah, it's actually meant for the guy who saved the cameraman during that scene. Now, despite the plot, which says that all machines in the world come alive and begin killing people, Camp and the Curtis cars never come sentient. They never do. So if you're watching this movie and you see the truck stop, you notice that there are other vehicles there. Those other vehicles do not become sentient. We have an ad in progress, so we will be right back with that on Twitch side of things. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for people over on Twitch. They get stuck with fucking ads and shit. But what are we doing for the rest of the weekend? What is going on for the rest of your Sunday? Rob, put the link in Discord general chat for people who want to watch and download Maximum Overdrive. Thank you very much, Reaper. I appreciate it. Is Christine related to this in any way? No, not really. Not just, but the only thing that would ever connect Christine and Maximum Overdrive is the fact that the trucks get possessed and the car is possessed, right? These are really possession films and alien films. In Maximum Overdrive, it basically tries to point to an invisible alien, right? No, I don't put my masks on, Maury. That mask is quite old, so I don't really play with it. My other masks, like my Frankenstein's monster and my other masks, yeah, I do. But Michael is very, yeah, he's 25 years old. 25-year-old actual latex. So I don't really like to fuck with him much. He used to be used quite a bit back in the day. I used to wear his mask. I did it for Halloween several times. I've had people borrow it a few times. However, it's just not in that, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want it to break or anything. The Super Bowl, nice. Hi, Fiber. How the hell are you? Long time no see. Welcome back from the ad over there on Twitch, guys. A lot of safety issues, government cheese, and that's what we're going over right now, how much of a safety issue this movie really was. Serial killers also watching the Super Bowl. I do, and I don't have, you know what, maybe I can do it here. You know what, if you stay till the end of my stream, I'll do a walk around. If you stay to the end of CCOH, because CCOH it will be done shortly, I will stay on for a little bit longer and I will do a walk around through my murder basement. And then you can see my masks and some of my collection that I have down here in my murder basement. Non-sentient cars go. I will do that right meow. Just watched a horror movie on Netflix in this weekend, and all I want to, they're my supporters on Twitter. Have a good day from everybody. Nice, Don. Definitely no long time no talk, Fiber. I'm hoping you're well. All right, so sentient machines. Some of these machines did not come alive. Some of the vehicles that you see in the truck stop, even Hendershot's car, it's identifiable by the license plate saying Bubba, Bubba, stamped on it. It never comes alive either, along with nearly all the other cars in the truck stop parking lot and in other scenes. So you see a lot of other scenes and you see these vehicles in these other scenes, but none of them are alive. They all remain sedated throughout the entire movie. Why is that? Maybe because they just didn't have enough in the budget to make every effing vehicle remote control, because a lot of these, that's exactly what they were. Remote control. And yes, we all know that the Happy Toys truck is modeled after the Green Goblin. And to get around not getting in trouble for the Green Goblin, it's basically inspired. Which we all know it's the Green fucking Goblin. You think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl today? Right on. Okay, so most of the action in Maximum Overdrive takes place at the Dixie Boy truck stop. That truck stop does not exist. It does not exist. Shooting in Wilmington, North Carolina, the production built the entire Dixie Boy set 10 miles outside of town. But they did so friggin' good of a job. Truckers kept trying to pull in onto the set, thinking it was a real truck stop. Eventually, the producers of the movie had to put a notice in the local newspapers informing people that the Dixie Boy was just a movie set. It wasn't a real restaurant. There is no gas. It's not even a real truck stop. And that's some convincing it's great because the movie set was so really fucking convincing. It really was. You thought it was a real truck stop. You didn't even know that it was a fake set. It was built. It was just built for this movie and then of course taken down. You're excited for the Deadpool 3 trailer? The wife is going for 49ers? Battery's not included as an awesome movie, and it's in my watch list again because I want to rewatch it. Oh, wow, Fiber. Well, I'm glad you're good. I have several that passed several times. I have passed that several times. Well, that area there, yeah, that's where they created it. It's not a real area. The Dixie Boy truck stop was created and completed just for the movie, and the destruction of it was real. You've never watched any of, oh my God, Karma, please go and check it out. 1986 Maximum Overdrive. It's a Stephen King directed and also from Stephen King's short stories, Night Shift and Trucks, which are both movies as well. This film, it's a lot of fun. It's a great film. Even Heavy enjoys Maximum Overdrive. If you're in Canada, you can watch it on Tubi.tv. However, if you're not in Canada, Reaper was saying there is a place online where you can get it. And let me see what he posted. He posted it in the general chat. So let me see where I can get it. It's called archive.org. So let me get you that link right here. Give me a second. This is directly to Maximum Overdrive. If you have a VPN, yeah, he does like it because it has trucks. You know, Heavy loves trucks. If you are wanting to watch Maximum Overdrive and you're in the States, you might be able to get it on Amazon Prime or one of the other channels. Like you guys have Hulu and shit like that. We don't have that here. You may be able to find it there. However, it is on archive.org. That link right there sends you to the Maximum Overdrive film. However, I will tell you that this would be a great collector's edition. If you do collect any kind of physical media, this would be a great one to add. Petro Bull, darling, how are you? And yeah, Heavy likes trucks, so he likes Maximum Overdrive. I don't have Prime or Hulu. I'm too poor. I don't have Hulu. We don't have Hulu here. Karma, I watch a lot of free stuff myself. I don't pay for really much. I do have Amazon Prime, just because we have Amazon Prime. But other than that, I don't even use Amazon Prime Video. I do a lot of Tubi. So Tubi, okay, a squirrel moment. I need to have a squirrel command in here, like squirrel moment. We're talking about Tubi. While we're talking about Tubi, does anybody notice that Tubi.tv is like walking into a mom and pop video store? So back in the day when I wanted to watch a movie and I didn't know what horror movie to watch, I'd walk into the VHS shop, beeline it to the horror section, and pick up a VHS according to its box art. That's how I would watch movies back in the day. You didn't know much about it. There was no Google. You picked up a VHS, you looked at the box art, and you said, fuck yeah, I'm watching this, right? So you rented it. Tubi.tv is the virtual VHS shop, guys, because all you fucking see is the art cover. That's it. It's a virtual VHS. I know I'm gone. It's a virtual VHS shop because you don't see descriptions. You don't see descriptions at all. You just see the cover art. And if the cover art's interesting, you're going to fucking watch it. Just like we did back in the day in the VHS shops. I know some of you youngins are like, what the fuck's a VHS? That's what we used to watch awesome movies on. I only have YouTube Premium to get rid of the ads. Nice Fiber. I miss working in video stores. Video store was a lot of fun. Yes, and it's owned by Fox, which is more amazing. I did not. Yeah, I think I know that it was owned by Fox. Why is chat missing some? Oh, Karma, it's because I'm also live on YouTube. So you see the multi-chat underneath Maximum Overdrive images. This is giving you both YouTube chat and Twitch's chat. So I'm live over on both. My horror YouTube channel is ReAnimateHer, and then I have a gaming channel where I do playthroughs and walkthroughs, which is Scream Queen Games. That's my gaming channel on YouTube as well. That means it's owned by Disney. Yeah, it must be. Oh, well, I appreciate it, Karma. I appreciate it. Those are my two YouTube channels over there. And I am live over on YouTube on Sundays for CCOH. Wednesday nights, when I'm not playing a video game, I do Coffin Chat, where I sit and discuss horror fandom, different movies, do reviews, shit like that. And then on my gaming channel, I am going to be doing some playthroughs of games like Alan Wake 2. We'll be doing some Mortuary Assistant. We'll also be doing Days Gone, etc. Yeah. But anyways, let's get back to Maximum Overdrive. Thank you for the subscription over there, Karma. I appreciate it. All right. Now, we've already talked about that scene. We just talked about the Dixie Boys set that truckers kept trying to pull into it, and it really wasn't real. But several of the radio-controlled trucks, so the majority of the trucks that you do see most of them are radio-controlled trucks. And that's got to be some pretty big, control mechanisms there. Heavy does a lot of RCing, so he has different scales of RCs. He's got these little tiny mini ones to these really big fucking ones. And I can just imagine the kind of controlling and remote and shit that you would have to use to get these big semi trucks to go. I don't really know the technical stuff about it. However, they used radio control units. And when the siege broke down throughout the film, so this held up production because the siege, when it happened, is a lot of work. So you have a lot of people running remote controls, radio controlled vehicles. They were dying. They were breaking down. Shit was just crazy. This set was filled with craziness, and that was one of them. Every time a truck would break down and get repaired, another truck would break down and get repaired. So this actually took a long time. I couldn't find how long it took to film just that section, but it was a lot of takes for production to do this because it just kept breaking down on them. Yeah, I could definitely see that being aggravating, you know? Let's see. Some of the trucks in the movie are local businesses. And no, I'm not talking about Militime, but Thurston. Thurston is a local business. A couple of the local businesses had their names put on the trucks for some advertisement. So the trucks that you do see, they are literally local businesses. Obviously, Miller, that would probably be a local business, but that's huge everywhere. Miller, the beer. Which I thought was kind of cool. The original script ending. So this movie has two endings. One ending that we actually got to see and another ending that we didn't get to see. And the majority of these films have this type of stuff. They have alternate endings or extra endings. Every movie that we watch does. So the original scripted ending had the Dixie Boy survivors deal with one last obstacle before escaping. And that would have been a machine gun mounted Coast Guard boat. There was also to be one last shot of the city of Wilmington being destroyed by the machines. Rumors to have been done via a matte painting. We do not get to see that. But that is really cool that what they wanted to do is as they're pulling away, they look, you're looking back at the city of Wilmington and it's literally being destroyed by machines. That was an actual matte printing. We didn't get to see that. Not in the regular Maximum Overdrive. Right, Petro Bull? They did kind of leave it open. Hey, Draven, how are you? It's all good. You'll be able to watch a VOD edited version of the live stream on my YouTube channel between today and tomorrow. I've got to sit down and edit it to be shorter. It'll be quite a bit shorter, probably like 30 to 45 minutes shorter than my actual live because there's a lot of shenanigans that go on in this live. They do cut cool shit too much, Deadwalk. They really, really do. Zach, good morning. The characters talk about going to an island. So, at the end, they do it throughout. And then at the somewhere along the movie line. So in the beginning, they're talking, not in the beginning, but I want to say 3/4 of the way in the movie, they talk about, where they want to go, about going to an island named Haven. Do you remember that? Where there are no cars. Well, Haven was created in 2010, which is also based on King's work, which premiered in 2010. In Love Machine, 2011 was released. Cars and boats come to life and attack humans. So there's been quite a few movies from Stephen King, adaptation of Maximum Overdrive, not just a short story from Trucks and Night Shift. There are movies that were utilized from Maximum Overdrive, which including Haven and In Love Machine. So I thought that was quite cool that this movie inspired other movies, which all trace back to King. In the beginning of the movie, you see the two drawbridge operators at the beginning of the film. They are seen playing knock rummy. At the beginning of Stand By Me, also a King novella adaptation in 86. The boys are seen playing on the same card game in their clubhouse. So that also has a connection to, which is another really great movie. If you haven't seen Stand By Me, it's a long movie, but it's great. And it has a lot of young actors who are now big time celebrities. I would definitely check it out if you have never seen it. Stand By Me, which is also a 1986 film. Stephen King, There's a lot of ones. Wasn't that his favorite card game? One of them, yeah, Knock Rummy. They played it in Maximum Overdrive, and they also played it in Stand By Me. That is our information today on Maximum Overdrive. That is all I have for you. I think I did a pretty good job deep diving into a lot of the things and looking at shit. I opened up my Fangoria magazine because I have an interview with Stephen King dating back to the 80s. So I opened that up because I remember reading in there about Maximum Overdrive. And he had some good bits of information. But I'm glad, and I hope you guys enjoyed this session of Coffee Chat of Horrors and the information that I was able to find for you guys. Hi, KB. Happy Sunday. I need to, you do need to crack open the Steel Book of Maximum Overdrive. There is some good director commentary as well. Very educational. Thank you. Thank you, Deadwalk. Definitely do it. Maximum Overdrive is awesome. I'm going to... Maury wanted to see my my murder basement. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little tour of my murder basement and show you guys around. I just have to add it to this scene because I don't usually do a murder basement tour, but during a CCOH, but we ended and I figured why not? We're here at the end of the CCOH, so I'll show you guys around my murder basement. It's a little messy, a little bloody. Let's see if I can get it to work here. Properties, let's do use. Let's activate it. Oh, I gotta add the IP address. Give me a second here. I use OBS Droid. So if you use OBS, you'd be able to utilize what I use as well if you're wanting it. It is an app that goes on your mobile phone. I'll show you what it does. I'm going to enable audio to see if you guys can actually see me and then activate it for you. If you come into my gaming streams, I have this active. All right. Let's make this bad boy big. Why does it look like that? It's kind of tiny. I'm going to have it on my waist while I try to fix this. All right, well, I don't know why it's tiny like that. No idea. So I'm going to show you guys around. That is my morgue. That is my buddy. That is my chainsaw. That Mr. Serial Killer dropped off for me. It's kind of dark in here because this part when I'm live streaming isn't lit up really. Now I might be able to turn on the light. I don't know if you guys can actually see it better. But you gotta have Cthulhu and Elvira. I mean, you'd need to. And then over here. Like I said, don't mind the mess. There we go. There we go. That is my murder basement. Hi, El Toro. How are you? You lost your job at the bank on the first day because a guy asked to check his balance, so I pushed him. Haha, El Toro. How are you? It looks wonderful stuff that I do, actually having my creepy collection stuff, my dark clothes, skulls. Nice. I have a lot of skulls. Thank you, Tarzi. It is. Well, this is only some of my collection. My other part of my collection is throughout my house as well. My living room, my bedroom, my kitchen, even my bathroom. I've got some stuffs up in there. It's going good, El Toro. How are you? It was very nice to meet you yesterday in our raid. The Michael Myers mask is in really good condition, given its age. Yes, because I take the time to take care of these things, right? Yeah. So El Toro, I look like, green, black and white, because today is Coffee Chat of Horrors deep dive into Maximum Overdrive. On Sundays, I deep dive into our favorite scary movies, and we just got done discussing Coffee Chat of Horrors, Maximum Overdrive by Stephen King. There will be an edited version on my YouTube channel, but this is what Sundays are for. So every Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, I deep dive into movies. We did Night of the Creeps. We did The Stuff, Maximum Overdrive. We have some really cool ones coming up too as well. I'm excited. But yeah, that was my murder basement, part of my collection. Some of these things in here are basically fucking priceless. Some of them you can't buy them anywhere. Oh, Serial, did you see where I put my... Hold on, let me show you. Look. Does anybody know where this axe is from? Guy wears a Santa outfit. Silent Night, Deadly Night. No, it's not. This was before Trick or Treat Studios ever existed. I got that on Long Island, New York. When I was in Long Island, I went by this store and they had different types of masks. And I bought that mask before my eldest was born. My eldest is 25. She'll be 26 this year. This mask, that Michael Myers mask, is older than she is. And this is before Trick or Treat Studios ever came, like before they were even a thing. The Valeska Axe, a murder house, right? No. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Dan from the Calgary Horror Con got me this for a Christmas present. And I'm super excited. I hung it up over here, which I got to redo now. But I didn't know where to put it. I don't know where to put my fucking chainsaw. Gal's got problems here. I've got a giant chainsaw that Mr. Serial Killer got me from Trick or Treat Studios. And I love it. I play with it. I'm learning my chainsaw dance with it. However, I don't know where the fuck I'm going to put it. I am spoiled. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie at all. Can't say that I is. You got mine. You got yours at Walmart. There was no horror stores then. No, there was no horror stores back then. This was, you're looking at what, 1995, 1996 for that Michael Myers mask. is only little problems that I had with this mask from trying to save it so it doesn't, because it's latex, but it's thin latex. Right. Just carry it everywhere. Older. I think I was 17. Yeah, this one here, I stopped off at this store, and it was more of a party store, and they had masks. Not during Halloween time either. They had all sorts of masks, and I saw Michael Myers, and I was like, I fucking gotta have that. Technically, this is the very first mask that I bought for my collection. Yeah. His head looks a little weird is because of the styrofoam that he's in. But there's some, unfortunately, due to aging, there is a little bit of like wear on his eye or in certain areas of the mask, and it's just it's really thin latex in those areas. But yeah, it's you're not gonna find this exact mask anywhere, because this was one of the ones that were created back in the, I can't even tell you when it was created, but I bought it in the 90s. Behind you were the autographs, Yes, I do have autographs behind me. I have a lot that's not even shown, but I do have Wishmaster. I had Andrew Divoff sign that one. Gunnar Hansen signed my Leatherface that's over there. Mark Burnham, who was a Leatherface in 2022. Kane Hodder signed my other one there. I have a lot of autographed images, like pictures. Yeah, latex. Yeah, but it held up. I do use a little concoction to clean them, and I try to keep them out of extreme cold. If you're a mask collector, that's something that you want to try to do. That's why there's a red like blanket in my window where my masks are. That's to insulate even more so my masks don't get cold, because the cold will literally make the latex and your mask material brittle after a while. So you're really going to want to make sure that you have your masks in a place that, one, don't get a lot of sun, because sun dries things out. Two, make sure you don't have them in an area that gets really cold, because again, the cold makes things brittle and they will ruin your masks. Yes, heat and cold, you got to keep them away. Do I have any Jigsaw or clown? Which clown? Jigsaw the clown? Oh, you mean little Jigsaw, Billy? No, I don't have any. I don't have any Saw items. I don't have any Saw, but I have Nightbreed, Dead Alive or Brain Dead, Universal Monsters, a lot of Frankenstein, the original It, Gremlins, Army of Darkness action figures. Evil Dead action figures. Upstairs in my living room, I have a life-size good guy doll as well. You won't see him down here. I mean, I have Chucky down here, but my life-size good guy doll and Sam from Trick or Treat is upstairs. Raj, I know your shit better than you. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. No, but Jigsaw. He asked about Jigsaw. I don't have Jigsaw. However, I just showed you the pig mask. Yeah. So, yes, I do have a pig mask. It's signed by Shawnee Smith, who plays Amanda. But I don't have a Jigsaw. I loved Event Horizon, the old one, the odd one. I love Event Horizon. I need more collection, although the one that I have that I like the most is, Pikachu Xenomorph mashup. Interesting. I have some Xenomorph. I have some Alien. Alien is one of my favorite franchise. Ripley is my favorite final girl. So I do have quite a bit of Alien and Predator. You need Noxzema cream to keep the skin soft, right? I loved Event Horizon. Event Horizon, you can see some of the inspiration of Hellraiser in it. Yes, Alien. It puts the lotion in the basket. I do have Silence of the Lambs collectibles as well. I have Hannibal. I have the badge that Clarice has, so that I do have. I have the badge that Clarice used. I have little random knickknacks all over my house, like little things all over my house. I have the sheriff badge that was used in Scream, the original Scream. Twilight Zone stuff. Event Horizon doesn't get enough love. No, it doesn't get enough love. It's a really great film. I love Event Horizon. I thought it was very well done. It's scary. You can definitely tell inspiration from Hellraiser in some of the scenes. Event Horizon is the only movie to ever slightly creep me out, which is why it's one of my favorites. It's a really good fucking movie. It doesn't get enough love. No, it doesn't. Same thing in the Mouth of Madness. Everyone's like, we need an Alan Wake 2 movie. And I'm like, we have one, bitches. We have one. It's called In the Mouth of Motherfucking Madness. Prometheus. I fucking love Prometheus. Love Prometheus. It's kind of sad that they're ignoring Prometheus in Alien Romulus, but it is what it is. They do those kinds of things. But yeah, In the Mouth of Madness is another great film, which doesn't get enough love. Yeah, and Prometheus is great. I love Prometheus. Definitely. It is an awesome, awesome friggin' movie. I've seen it a million times. I own it. I have that. I have the entire Alien collection as well as Predator and their crossovers. Serpent and the Rainbow is another awesome, awesome friggin' Wes Craven film. And I did a CCOH on that, like, I think back in 2019. 2019, I think, is when I did the Serpent and the Rainbow CCOH. I think we need to revisit that one. There's a lot about Serpent and the Rainbow. A lot of real stuff about Serpent and the Rainbow that people don't realize are actually real. But another underrated one, Serpent and the Rainbow, huge, huge. There's so many people that I know that haven't seen Serpent and the Rainbow. I'm like, what? Have you ever done Agnes? No, I have not. I have not done a CCOH on that one. If you guys want a CCOH on a specific horror movie or thriller, please let me know. Either DM, you can contact me on Twitch through Whispers, in my Discord, on the Twatters, on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm everywhere. So if there is a movie you want to see, put it in the comments over on YouTube if you're watching this VOD. Let me know some of the films that you guys want me to deep dive into, and I will do the research and deep dive into them. Near Dark is one of them that I would like to do. I've already done The Lost Boys. I may do a revamping of The Lost Boys. Alien, I've already done Alien as well. That's how we know Hollywood loves shredded condoms and KY jelly, because the tendrils in Xenomorph's mouth, so when she opens up her mouth, that is shredded condoms, and the why she looks so moist is KY jelly, and it's KY jelly and some other stuff that makes the green blood as well. Watchers, I haven't done that one either. But yeah, that's why Hollywood loves KY jelly and shredded condoms, or condoms. A lot of our favorite things are made out of KY jelly and condoms. Not gonna lie, Predator, KY jelly and condoms. Yes, because I did a deep dive into Predator as well. Love the Alien one from the long time ago. Yeah, that one was a long time ago. I don't know why YouTube has an issue with my commands. I don't understand. Stream Elements is the bot that I use, and for some reason it doesn't like to do its thing. Like it just doesn't like it. I don't know why. But yeah, I am gonna have to do some more movies. What our lineup is, let me tell you what our little lineup is here for the next up and coming Coffee Chat of Horror. So you guys are aware if there's one that you want to catch and one that you don't want to catch. But for upcoming CCOHs, we're going to have The Monster Squad, The Fly, Prince of Darkness, Creep, because that one was recommended, Near Dark, Vamp from the 80s with Grace Jones. We're going to do that one as well. Just going through our whole list here. I'm gonna love doing the Monster Squad. Definitely kicks YouTube, right? Shredded condoms and KY jelly. No, Twiz, Near Dark is on my list to do. I will be doing a Near Dark deep dive into it. And yeah, so far what's coming up is going to be Vamp, the movie from 1986, Monster Squad, The Fly, Near Dark. So we have a whole bunch of movies. Yeah, not the original Fly. which I might add some of the original Fly into the Fly from 1980s with Jeff Goldblum. So we're going to be discussing The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, which is a remake and it has David Cronenberg's work in it. The original Fly was done in black and white with Vincent Price, and it's not nearly as well. It's good. It's an OG, but I will throw in some tidbits from the original into the 80s one with Jeff Goldblum because it is a remake. The Fly with David Cronenberg and Jeff Goldblum is a remake of the original Fly. So we're going to have to give a little bit of information about that as well. There's a few other movies I have up my sleeve that I'm not announcing yet. But we will redo some Alien. We will redo Serpent and the Rainbow. We will redo some In the Mouth of Madness, Prometheus, because I've done them all. Event Horizon. We'll go into those as... and I like doing the offshoot horror. Hey, Fosticles, how are you? Yeah, KY jelly and condoms. Well, we know, but from my deep dives, Hollywood loves KY jelly and condoms, Fost. Hello, Joshua. I hope you have a blessed day as well. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for coming over and joining me for Coffee Chat of Horrors deep dive into Maximum Overdrive. If you are enjoying Maximum Overdrive deep dive, make sure you give the video over on YouTube a like. I would greatly appreciate it as well. Comment down below if there is a film that you want me to deep dive into. I really do appreciate you taking the time to come in here and hang out with me. Freeway is also on my watch list. It was Cannibal. Freeway was a first-time watch for me, and that I'm adding to CCOH because Freeway is an underrated film that I think more people need to know about, because that's how I'm doing my deep dive on Vamp as well, was because of The Last Drive-In, Joe Bob Briggs' Violent Valentines. Freeway is a good film. Thank you for being here, Steve. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to go into our credit scene where you're going to see all your lovely names pop up. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming in on your Sunday morning or afternoon or evening to join me in a deep dive of Maximum Overdrive. You will be able to catch a edited version. These credits are a real pain in my ass because they never seem to start. They never seem to fucking start. Especially for CCOH. On my other one, they're not a problem. Not a problem at all. They start all the fucking time. But CCOH ones? No, not at all. They don't like to work. But I want to thank you guys anyway for taking the time out of your day to do this and hang out with me and chit chat, ask questions. I love talking about horror. It's my main passion. It's my hobby. I love deep diving into movies. Even when I'm not doing them for CCOH, I deep dive into a lot of movies. I have a lot of what people would call useless information because in my spare time, my favorite hobby is reading about horror. I have books on classic horror. I have a ton of stuff on horror, and I love reading about it and educating myself. So CCOH is just a second branching of that, and I love bringing you guys these deep dives. Gremlins theme song should play, and you should hear Spike and the rest of the fucking gremlins in here because that's what's happening. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I will see you for some video games Monday night over on my Twitch channel. We will be doing Dead by Daylight stream with a few of the women from the Twitch's Women Guild, the team that I'm on. And we're going to be doing Lights Out, which is the modifier that is around until the 14th of February in Dead by Daylight. I will see you next Sunday for Coffee Chat of Horrors. We are going, I think I'm going to leave Coffee Chat of Horrors a mystery for next weekend. And you guys can find out via my social media and Discord what the next movie is going to be. I have a choice pick. So we're going to keep that one a mystery. And until next Sunday, you guys won't know. But you want to keep an eye on my socials for that one. Ladies Night, exactly, Deadwalk. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love your guts. I love playing with your guts. And if you're over on YouTube, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, leave some comments, maybe share this video. I don't know. Anyways, I love your guts, guys. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I will slash yous all later. Bye.